So from a connected TV perspective, I don't think that anyone needs to panic just yet. So while we are seeing that shift in political dollars being spent on connected TV, there's more spend, but there is also more connected TV ad inventory than there was ever before. So not only do you have more subscribers, but you also have more companies like Hulu, Disney Plus. I know that they are technically conjoined, Netflix. They are all offering ad-based subscriptions, which is providing the advertisers with more inventory. So I don't think we're at the place where people need to panic in that instance. And like Drew pointed out, there's more targeting capabilities and more restrictions on political advertising and some of the other digital arenas. And I think it's also important to point out the act that I mentioned earlier is specific to linear advertising. So it's radio, television, print, out of home. It is not inclusive of digital. So there is more of an even playing field there and more visibility into what is happening. So our buyers can go in, reserve inventory, see how things are pacing. You're able to be more turnkey and pivot. Whereas in the traditional arena, you're more at the mercy of those last minute buys, how quickly your vendor is able to communicate with you. So in Jen's instance, she was able to find out that she was getting bumped out of that March Madness game. But in a lot of instances, you might find out after the fact and lose that visibility altogether.
Amanda, to your point, because with the connected TV, we are able to zip code target it. We have a very finite audience. It's predetermined by the client's designated area. So we have more of a desired area that we're establishing. It's not necessarily the MSA or the DMA. We're defining the area that we want to target and promote our advertising.
I think that's a good place to also interject. Amanda, the stat that you had either mentioned earlier today or in our prep was that almost 20% of political programmatic ads are using that geopolitical targeting to reach voters, where if you had your first party audiences built, segmented, and you're taking it to some of these platforms, it could really probably help use your dollars the best way, even if it's more expensive during these periods of time, give you that direct, these people are people that you can influence and bring into your business versus the programmatic approach, which is kind of saturated.
Yeah, now is the time to really lean into that first party data because like we talked about before, these individuals have an interest in your product or offering. So continue to get in front of them while the general public or even specific congressional districts, state Senate districts are being hit with all of that other messaging. Get in front of the people are more likely to convert at this point.